CS2 market trends that I'm watching closely after the latest update. Let's get started. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Fano here, and if you're into CS2 skins like I am, investing, or just grinding those weekly case drops, today's video is going to be for you. We're going to be diving deep into the latest CS2 update that dropped the bombshell known as the Sealed Genesis Terminal. I'll break down exactly what that means, exactly what it means for investors in the future of cases, skins, and our money. Can we make profit from this, and what are the different market trends that have emerged after this update? If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do it now and turn on notifications so you don't miss more of my awesome CS2 market investment videos. Let's jump right into it. First off, let's talk about what the Sealed Genesis Terminal actually is. This isn't your standard CS2 case. Valve's flipped the script here. You get this as a weekly case drop, and unlike the traditional CS2 cases, you don't need a key to open them. Instead, you boot up the terminal and you're greeted by this in-game arms dealer who pitches you up to 5 skin offers from the new Genesis collection. Each offer comes with a price tag based on the skin's rarity, float value, and even the global demand, whatever that means. And prices adjust dynamically as the community buys or ignores certain items. You see exactly what you're getting before deciding to pay, so it's not entirely a gamble like a roll where you're opening cases, so it feels less like a casino in that aspect. Apparently, if you buy the skin, it comes with an original owner certificate proving you're the first owner, which could become some sort of a collectible value down the line, though it's too early to tell whether this is gonna pick up steam. The Genesis collection packs 17 fresh skins, including standout ones like the M4A4 Full Throttle, which has been fetching wild prices in StatTrak factory new flavor, going upwards of about $1,500, if not more, dollars. But not all are that pricey. Blues and purples can go for way less depending on the role. And I gotta say, if you're using this terminal, you probably should not. Let me explain. So we're gonna transition now into the market trends that I'm watching closely after this latest update. Right out of the gate, this new Sealed Genesis terminal launched at around $45 on the market, but it tanked really hard, dropping over 75% in just a few days to about $9.50, and it's hovering right now around $8 to $10. Why? Because the weekly drops are flooding the supply, and not everyone's unsealing these items. People are selling them straight up for quick cash instead of risking the offers. I've seen predictions that it could dip way below $8 to $9 before even stabilizing, maybe fluctuating between somewhere as low as $1 to $3 in the future. And if Valve decides to update and refresh the armory items, which are completely separate from these terminals, demand could shift into that direction, pushing prices of these terminals even lower. On the skin side of things, the Genesis items are locked from trading for 7 days after the purchase, so you're still waiting for full market listings to hit. But early signs show that the reds, like the M4A4 Full Throttle, are expensive because of dynamic pricing, and if the community snaps them up, prices will climb. If not, they will drop. This is Valve's way of dodging gambling restrictions in places like Belgium and the Netherlands, where they even fixed bugs to let players open these. Overall, the CS2 market's taken a hit lately, losing hundreds of millions in value from the past updates. Although you could argue that this was a speculation pump and dump scheme that has been going on over the past several months up to the lead up of the armory update cycle. More on this topic later. But this to me feels like a pivot, more controlled and less random. I'm watching for bot farms or big players manipulating prices through massive clicks, but so far it's holding steady. So what does this mean for the future of CS2 cases and drops? This could be the end of traditional cases as we know them. Valve are clearly moving away from the slot machine vibe that got them into hot water with regulators. No keys, no blind openings, just transparent offers. Weekly drops now include these terminals, which are essentially free money if you sell them right away, but it dilutes the hype around rare case drops. Long term, I see this as deflationary for old cases and skins. New collections like Genesis steal the spotlight, and with dynamic pricing, Valve pockets more direct revenue, up to $1,600 per skin in some cases. Drops might evolve as well. More terminals with newer skins means more supply, potentially crashing prices further if the adoption grows. But it doesn't stop there. It also opens the door for original owner certifications to become a premium feature, boosting collectability in a maturing market. If player count rises with future updates, demand could balance it out, but right now, it's just a wait-and-see approach on whether this kills the case economy or evolves it. Spoiler alert, I'm in the latter camp. Alright, now for the juicy part. How can we profit from this as CS2 players and investors? The first rule I have is to play the game. You want to grind those weekly case drops and terminal drops and snag a terminal for free. Instead of unsealing it, sell it immediately on the market for, a couple dollars profit. Then maybe you can funnel those profits into items from the armory or for cases and other investments that you see fit. That's risk-free cash every week. If you're feeling bold, you want to open it and scout the offers. Skip the overpriced reds unless you're a real big-time shot collector. Focus on undervalued blues or purples that might flip well once trade locks are lifted. As for investing in these sealed terminals, I think it's really dumb to be doing it right now. Immediately sell them, don't collect them, and just be patient. We want to see whether or not this is an experiment that sticks, and Valve adds us new iterations of these terminals, Terminal 2, Terminal 3, different names for them. What do they add into them? Is it going to include knives and gloves or any other golds in these particular terminals? That all remains to be seen. I also want to discuss the elephant in the room that, the armory items are still in the armory. Last Chance is literally a 2-week event, if not more. So right now, people are focusing on armory instead of these sealed terminals, which is probably a good thing, but I think that, there's a lot of alpha and money to be made in cases that are potentially not in the armory, not related to the sealed terminal genesis or whatever. Cases that are still in the active drop pool, the pool that is still common, the cases that are the most liquid at the moment. Those are the cases that eventually are going to get recycled out of the game and into rare drops. And that is where the fracture case comes in, where it was the latest case to be removed from the active pool, and you can look at the chart and see that it absolutely stonked in value. Now, part of that has to do with its popular, golds, popular knives that are found in the case, but also because it is an item that was pretty cheap, pretty common, and it was removed, and that usually happens when newer cases or terminals will be added in the future. So why not look ahead at some of the other cases that you could potentially invest in now while they're still dropping? I've made a video of that right here that you can take a look at with some great ideas for cases that will reach $2, $3, $4, $5 into the future. I've also made a X post on this topic as well if you guys want to read that on the internet. But it doesn't stop there, because players can also right now invest in Austin Major stickers that are on sale, and I'll probably be making a dedicated video on this topic to give you guys my full take on it, so make sure you guys are subscribed for that, because I gotta tell you, this major is going to be a very interesting one. There's potential to make a lot of money, but there's potential that this could be a Paris 2.0 event, so stay tuned for that. We're at a very good time. The anniversary of CS2 is on the way. 1 year of the armory is almost here, which is probably when I expect to see the refresh cycle occur. There's a lot of manipulation going on in certain items and skins in the market. Pump and dumps are happening pretty frequently. China is just evolving into this massive juggernaut of a beast that can just move prices at whim, so you all really got to be careful, guys, and I'll be, discussing different ways to do that and to profit from this shift in the future. So until next time, guys, happy investing. This is Fano signing out.